again. In today's video, we will talking about very important topic, which is dictionaries. Dictionary is a collection of related data. We call it key value pair. For example, if we want to store the username and age for 5 users, we can store them in a dictionary. Dictionary items are ordered, changeable, and does not allow duplicate. So how we can declare a dictionary? Dictionary as written with clear practices and have key and value. For example, I have here employee. So we open curly bracket here, as you can see. Employee equal, we open curly bracket. Inside we put here's the key and here's the value. So first key we have name, we separate them, then value. So let us print the dictionary here. Print employee. Okay, sprint name. Here we have John, department sales, and here is the employee ID. And as we mentioned, duplicate is not allowed. Suppose let me duplicate this value here. Oops. Let me duplicate this employee ID. Here on and see it's removed the duplicate because duplicate is not allowed here. Okay, now if we need to know the length of the dictionary, we can use len function. Okay, now print len for employee. It will return 3 because we have three value. So note that the value in dictionary can be any data type. For example, I have employee here, and this employee have name, which is a string, and I have here age, which is integer, and I have here boolean. Okay, so this dictionary here contains 3 key, name and age and active, and each key here is represent different data type. So we have here string, we have here integer, and here boolean. Okay, print employee. So we have employee, his name is John, age 28, and the status for the active is true. Also, there's one thing, it could also contain list. For example, this employee is joined for multiple group, and you need to see groups here, and we can say, okay, he in group A and the group B and group C. Print. You can see name John, age 28, active true, group A, B, and C. So we can see here the dictionary is contain different data type. We have string, we have integer, we have boolean, and also we have list. To access the item inside the dictionary, we can access them by refer to the key name. Let us take an example. Okay, we have name, John, department sales, and we have the employee ID. So now we can say print department employee, and we need to get the department. We need to know this employee in which department is working. So we can say employee and department. Now it print the value for the department, which is sale. We can also use get function, which will get the same result. Okay, now I need to get the name for this employee, and this will return the name for the employee, which is John. Also, we can iterate through the dictionary. So we can also using value method, which will return a list of all dictionary value. Print employee dot values. Run, and it's return all the value. And note that it's returned inside list. The item method will return each item in a dictionary as a tuples in a list. Print employee dot items. Okay, it's returned as a tuple inside a list. So name is John, department sales, employee ID. How we can check if key exists? As we know, name and department and employee ID is a key. John sales and 1658 is the value. So we need to check if name is exist. Say if name in employee print yes, name is exist. Let us try something does not exist, like fall, for example. Not print, it will not print anything because fall is not exist. Change value in dictionary. By referring to a specific item key name, you can modify the value. For example, I need to change the value of name. I need to add here the last name. Here, now we have just only the first name. Let me add the last name. So how we can do that? By referring to their key. So we'll say employee, then we'll say name. Now it's equal the new value. So we'll say John Smith. Print employee now, as you can see, the name is changed to John Smith. Update dictionary. The update method will update the dictionary with the item from given argument. So for example, let us take this example here. Now I have employee, the same example, which is name John, department sale, and this is the employee ID. And so basically we'll say employee dot update, we open the parentheses, and inside the parentheses we put the key and the new value. So here department is sales. Suppose that we move John to IT department, so we'll change it to IT. Now let us print the employee to see the changes happen. So this way you can update the dictionary. How we can add item to dictionary? So to add item to the dictionary, we can use the same way, which is add by key. So let's say employee, then we specify the key. We need to add status here equal, it will say active. Let us now print employee to see the result. And now we can see we add new item to the dictionary. The key is status and the value is active. So now how we can remove uh, item from dictionary. So basically there is multiple way we can do. We can do using pop or pop item or del, or we can use clear. So all those four methods we can use to remove an item from the list. So let us take them one by one. Using pub. So we'll say employee dot pub. Okay. Then we will pass the key. Let me remove employee ID here. Now we can print dictionary here. So just we have now the name and the department because we remove the employee ID. Okay. Now use pub item employee dot pub item. Now we specify okay, run again, run again. As you can see, it is remove the last item. So pub item will remove last inserted item. So let us make it more clear here. Employee, let's say now we need to add, okay, let me add this one here. So status equal active, print before and after, so we can see the result here. So we add here the status equal active, print the dictionary now, then I use the pub item, which will be remove last insert item, which is this one, and we will get a new dictionary. So the first time we have the original list. This is the original list, which contain name, department, and employee ID. Then I add the status and assign the value active. Then I say, okay, I want to use the pub item, which is will be remove the last insert item. In this case here, it's the status. So it will back to the original dictionary. Name with name equal John, department equal sale, and employee ID equal 1658. Yeah, we can also use the del function to remove an item from the list. So we can say del employee. Now we specify the value we need to. Oops. Sorry. Okay. Okay. Now let us remove the name. So we just need the department and employee ID. Okay. Now let me here print the employee to see. Now we have department and employee ID. because we remove the. And finally, we can use also the clear method. But note that the clear method will make the dictionary empty, which is meaning will clean the entire dictionary. So we can say, okay, now we can say employee dot clear. Let us print the employee. It will not print anything. It's empty.